what the Florida government has done for the water quality, and I can't trust them with how irresponsible they've been with just the quality of our oceans and of our waterways. Like, they're so incompetent and they're so unwilling to fix such serious problems just because some billion-dollar industry makes $1 billion here. Like,
what was it? The sugar industry in Florida that was contributing to all the.
Sugar's bad. Phosphate mining's the worst. Phosphate mining is the worst thing that is plaguing.
And they funded a lot of Rick Scott's campaign, right?
Of course they did. Yeah, and like some of the biggest marine labs for water quality and research in Florida are funded by Mosaic, which is the multi-billion-dollar phosphate company. It's just like, as long as that keeps happening, I'm not trusting a word that our government says at all. Like, if they need to give the people a reason to trust them. You know, I shouldn't have to be persuaded into trusting you. I should see what you're doing and want to trust you based on the actions that are taken by you, by the government. You know, they need to do things that people see impacting their communities in a positive way. And like, all I've seen is dead dolphins and manatees and sea turtles. So like, they cannot blame me for not wanting to trust them when they have been extremely irresponsible. And like, that's just Florida government, you know? Like, in, you know, the president knew about what was happening here. You know, President Trump signed that, I think it was like $1 billion bill for a reservoir to be built south of Lake Okeechobee to contain the toxic water. Like, can you pull up Google Earth for me real quick? You guys want to see something crazy? What color is Florida?
What color is it?
Yeah, from space.
Green?
Yeah. It was.
It's not green anymore?
South Florida's not looking too green anymore.
Really?
Yeah, you want to see?
South Florida's mostly
south of Lake Okeechobee, the Everglades.
Swamp and mangroves, right?
It used to be.
Let's see it.
Yeah, go down a little bit. Look at past Lake Okeechobee.
Oh, yeah, the tip is browning a little bit.
Yeah, you see that?
And what is this from?
It's because the historic water flow of Florida goes from north to south. They built a reservoir around the south end of Lake Okeechobee to where water cannot flow from Lake Okeechobee into the Everglades anymore. They're sending it east and west.
Right.
So the Everglades are drying out
because
of the restricted water flow. So like, zoom into like Big Cypress National Preserve. Zoom in a little bit more. Like, it's not looking good. No,
it looks a little dry for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever gone down there?
Like, look at all that. That looks like shit up there. Yeah, and look at all the agriculture. That's why. It's because they don't want that small city there to flood. People shouldn't live there, for one. And water should be flowing from Lake Okeechobee down, all the way down there, all the way through South Florida, but it's not, and it hasn't been for.
And what is the reason that they created those?
To prevent flooding, because people are stupid, and when houses flood, we build big walls and we send water elsewhere. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
To prevent flooding where, though?
From a small town south of Lake Okeechobee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, like, you see all that agriculture? Like, all those farms? That's, like, mostly sugar. But, those shouldn't be there either. And water used to flow. Yeah, streams used to flow. Like, when it would rain too much, water would overflow south. And I guess there was, like, a really big hurricane, and it just flooded too much or something. I don't know. But, yeah, we're restricting the historic water flow in Florida. It's another huge problem. And that's because our government's incompetent. Like,
have you ever seen Carlton Ward's page on Instagram? He is like the most legendary Florida photographer, wildlife photographer. You gotta pull it up. Look up Carlton Ward's Instagram page. He's like a super big really big activist for like preserving, like all the wildlife and like the undeveloped land in Florida. And I think he just got something passed. There was some big bill or law that was just passed where we had to keep a certain percentage of Florida undeveloped and natural. I forget what it was called. Go to his Instagram.
This is his website.
Yeah, but we want to see his Instagram.
There
it is. It's the second link down.
Okay. There we go.
This guy is a Florida legend. He takes some of the fucking sickest. All his photography is Florida. He's got like these super high quality cameras all throughout the Everglades, throughout all the undeveloped land in Florida.
He's got like badass trail cams.
And they're motion cameras, right?
Nice.
So they take like super, like go down to that one of that panther down there, right there.
That manatee's sick.
Oh fuck! Log in. So like he gets these things of all these crazy animals like in the middle of the night, just going through his trail cams, and so much.
Yeah,
other
everybody who's lived here long enough, it's like my biggest thing is if people don't know, they can't care. So like educating people on what's going on is with our water quality is very important. Something that I try to talk about frequently through like my YouTube videos. But every time I post videos about it, it seems like they're suppressed and they don't get recommended. And I don't know, whatever. That's another conspiracy for another day.
That's another thing I noticed with YouTube, with this podcast, is that the amount of people that watch it on YouTube fluctuates so much, but on Spotify it's always consistent. It's always like a consistent amount. Like the same people that are subscribed to it, they always listen to it. But on YouTube, it's the complete opposite. But yeah, Carlton Ward's super big into this. He's a super big activist for Florida wildlife. And,
you guys know about like Randall Carlson?
Yeah, he was on this podcast like a month ago.
You guys had him in here?
Yeah, he was sitting right where you are a month ago.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. That guy's a legend.
You didn't see it?
No,
YouTube suppressed it.
I did not catch
YouTube
that
suppressed it. It's because he's a
concrete Randall Carlson. No way you got to
it's
sit
because
down
he's a
with this
Freemason. They suppressed it.
guy. I love this guy.
Dude, Randall rules, dude.
Dude, did he blow your guys' mind about all the cataclysmic events?
Oh, yeah.
And everything
Look,
in the
there he
history?
is, right
Oh
where you're
my
sitting.
gosh, what? I'm sitting in Randall's chair.
Randall is a fucking
He's
legend.
a goat. I would love to just like go on a trip with him to just like some crazy
He's doing some
site or
stuff
something.
in
He's
Tennessee.
always doing stuff.
He's doing some tours in Tennessee right now, where he's touring some
Portugal too.
and Portugal. Oh yeah. So he's going to
Why humans need to leave Earth soon? What was his? What was the consensus here? He thinks that we're fucked.
I mean, does the headline have to have anything to do with?
Was he talking about the clock? Was he talking about like the clock of where the cataclysmic events like spike, like they're way more likely to happen in a short window of time?
Yeah, he's basically saying that every I think it was 400 to every 600,000 years there is an extinction level event from either volcanoes or asteroids.
No, he's saying every like 13,000 years. Or
No,
something.
that's the Younger Dryas. I think it's 600. I want to say it's 600,000 years. There is either a super volcano like the one that's underneath Yellowstone, or an insane asteroid, a group of asteroids that take out and
what he
are
thinks that's
extinction level
happening
events.
soon.
Well, we are in a 100-year window right now of the exact anniversary of the last time Earth was wiped out by a super volcano.
Wow.
So volcanoes are one thing.
And we're having some crazy
And the
volcanic activity lately.
And the asteroids is like, I don't know, I think they cycled every 12 to 13,000 years or something like that.